What's going on, everybody? The Knicks just wrapped up their victory against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They beat OKC 129 to 119. I'm Anthony. That's Chris. Chris, what's going on, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. This was a nice win to get. A successful road trip in a tough schedule. Portion of the schedule that was really tough. What more could we ask for?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to tell me the Knicks were going to go 3-2 on this West Coast trip, I would have been like, hey, sign me up. A lot of people, including myself, thought they were going to have a losing record. I thought it was possible for them to go 0-5, but they surprised us. The New York Knicks get victories over the Denver Nuggets, the Utah Jazz, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like I said, revenge is ours. It's so sweet. After last week, OKC came into the Garden, and we all know how that went. But this time, the Knicks go into OKC and lay the hammer down, Chris. And
Yes,
it starts with Jalen Brunson.
yes, sir. JB, he went to work this game.
Yeah, he went to work this game. Jalen Brunson with his best game as a New York Knick, scoring 34 points, 9 assists, efficient, 14 and 20 from the field. He was just all over the place tonight. His mid-range jumper was automatic. He pretty much couldn't miss tonight at all. And like I've been saying all season, it's nice to have Jalen Brunson on this team because we've been waiting for a point guard in this city for a while now. So Jalen Brunson, hats off to you, sir. You carried the Knicks tonight to a victory, and you've been nothing short of amazing to start this season.
Yeah, I mean this. I mean, what more can you ask from Brunson? He's so important to this team, and I am just glad he's a New York Knick. We haven't had a point guard like this in forever, and he controlled the game, in every asset. He was unbelievable. He just could not miss tonight, especially from the mid range. He was just a killer.
No, he was automatic, and he's like the mid-range king. Like he always, when he gets down there, his shot was on tonight. Back to back. These are now back to back great games out of Brunson. Last game, the Knicks lost against the Suns, but Brunson balled out against the Suns too. And now he drops 36 points tonight, 34 points. And look, the Knicks needed it. And they went 3-2 in this West Coast trip. Shout out to them, man. It was all hell and gloom, right? Before this West
Yeah,
Coast trip. It was like fire this, fire the front office needs to go. Where is this Knicks team's going? But they persevered. They overcame all the noise. And yeah, man. Shout out to the Knicks going 3-2 on this West Coast trip. I didn't think they had it in them. But the Knicks are back at 500 on the season. They're 9-9. They're 5-6 away. Now they have some days off, Chris. And I think they have 3 days off coming up. They don't play again till Friday. So, like I said, this was a good road trip for them.
yeah, I agree 100%. Just like you said, if you told me beforehand they were gonna go 3-2, yeah, that's great. And having those days off is only gonna help more, in my opinion. Tonight the Knicks had their legs, and now they're gonna get even more rest. So
Yep.
good win all around. I don't have much complaints.
Good win all around. Lamar Jackson in the chat. Yeah, they definitely needed this dub. Yes, they did, man. They definitely needed this win. You needed to go 3-2 on this West Coast trip to I mean, they lost back to back games. So going 3-2 in this West Coast trip is huge, man. Big task at hand. Always appreciate you guys in the chat supporting the show. Salute guys. Happy Thanksgiving in advance. Jalen Brunson has a lot of heart. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Jalen Brunson, man, he's a baller. He was made for the city. He was made for New York, and I mean, there's no words, right? I mean, he's just amazing. And last season we were craving for that third guy to score, and this is why the Knicks made it a key factor to go out and get Brunson in the summer. He can give you games like this. He was doing this all during the postseason. He was balling out in the postseason. So yeah, man. And Jalen Brunson wasn't the only one that was balling out today,
That's right.
Chris.
That's right. I think Julius, RJ, and Brunson together combined for over 80 points.
Yeah, the mid three, right? It's
Yeah.
nice. It's nice when they have games like this, man. It puts a smile on my face, and
Oh, you
it's
and me both.
Julius Randle with a quiet double-double, 25 points, 11 rebounds. The Thunder were without one of their centers, so the Knicks were playing bully ball all game. Julius Randle was getting in the paint at will. Julius Randle was efficient too. I want to give props to Julius Randle. I mean, Jalen. This was the Jalen Brunson game, right? But this was also the Julius Randle game and RJ Barrett game. And this was like a good team win because I can talk good about everybody.
Yep. Even Emmanuel Quickly, shout out to Quickly. He had a strong game, finally started hitting his shots. And man, when he's hitting his
Yeah, I
shots
know.
and he's playing the way he is defensively, that's a nice player to have.
Yeah, and he's been struggling with his shot, and it's nice to see him snap out of his shooting slump, along with RJ Barrett.
Yes, RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Did have 6 turnovers. Was forcing it a little bit, but scratch all of that. This was a great game out of RJ Barrett. Efficient. The Knicks as a team shot 52%. They only shot 32% from three. Well, they're not a great 3-point shooting team, but they were hitting their twos, and they didn't look back all game. They kept the lead against OKC. OKC didn't have an answer for the Knicks' big three, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this could have been one of those games. One of those games where the Knicks, instead of attacking the weakness, which would be the paint, they settled for jumpers, and they didn't do that. Especially RJ, he attacked, and he was getting it to fall. So again, I have nothing bad to say for this game. I'm not gonna pick on nobody. Can't pick
Nope.
on Fournier
Can't.
because he didn't get off the bench.
Nope.
This was a great win.
Nope.
I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. RJ Barrett, this you could tell he was feeling better. He played that whole first quarter. Dibs put trust in him. He was attacking the rim. He had that big dunk in the first quarter. Nice to see him get his shot back. He looked like he had his legs back tonight. Once again, Barrett, they said he was sick. So hopefully this is a sign of good things to come for RJ Barrett. We just want to see him be consistent. We know what he's capable of, Chris. Like, we know he can give you games like this. He was doing this all last season, and it's just nice to see RJ Barrett back.
Yeah, I'm hoping whatever sickness he had, he's over it. And it looked like tonight was definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, as far as him having his legs, I think there was a point where he missed a layup, got his own board, put it right back up, missed it again, got another board, went right back up, and finally
Yeah.
got it to go. But those extra second and third efforts, we weren't getting that from RJ before. So it's nice to see.
Beautiful. Beautiful to see out of RJ Barrett. And once again, I want to give my props to, Quentin Grimes. It doesn't show up in the box score, but, you can tell his energy is electric. Like, he's just an electric player. And you can tell that the Knicks tonight fed off of Grimes' energy because Grimes brought the energy on the defensive end. And offensively, he wasn't that great, but he was really a key factor for the Knicks moving the ball tonight. They were sharing the ball all around. And, Quentin Grimes, 33 minutes tonight. I think that's the most minutes this season. Good to see him healthy, right, Chris?
Yeah.
This is what we've been waiting for Quentin Grimes now, and it's beautiful to see him play.
Yeah, he scored a bit. It wasn't as efficient, but
Yeah.
like you said, it doesn't really show up on the box score too much, but he was all over the court. He was, it was fun watching him and Deuce McBride out there also just
Yeah, man.
play
Shout out to
defense
Deuce.
like maniacs. But
Shout-
Grimes makes such a big difference on the defensive end. It's you need that every night. That type of energy, that type of hustle, we need that every single night.
Yeah, we do. And this is why a lot of people wanted Grimes to be in that starting lineup to give them a little bit of juice. And he has more in the tank. Once he gets his shot going, he's missed a lot of time now. Grimes already, we know he's a great defender. But it's going to be interesting to see. Cam Reddish is going to have some time off now when Cam Reddish comes back. I don't think Cam Reddish has lost the starting job, but one thing is apparent: Quentin Grimes needs to play. You cannot keep going on throughout the season not playing Grimes. Like he cannot be in the rotation. Like not be in the rotation. Like it's absolutely stupid for Tom Thibodeau. Before these last few games to have Quentin Grimes sitting on the bench alongside Evan Fournier, dumb,
Right.
just
Yeah,
absolutely dumb.
you gotta find a way to get that defense in there,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
the shot too, because the shot will come.
yeah, the shot will come. Shout out to Miles McBride tonight. Came in off the bench in replacement of Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose and Cam Reddish were out tonight due to injuries. Hopefully not long term. Hopefully they get back soon. But McBride brings that energy on the defensive end. Once again, doesn't show up in the box score, but he has the hustle, right? He has hustle points.
Yeah,
And the Knicks have been lacking that all season. They've been out hustled pretty much all season. They don't have a guy that is willing to get on the floor, get dirty, and die for a loose ball. I mean, they've been missing that, and McBride did that tonight, and it's nice to see him come in and play.
yeah. I
Shout out to
mean,
Deuce.
Deuce and Grimes, they're just disruptors on the defensive end, and that's something when they weren't out there, we were missing that. And yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nice to see Deuce getting minutes out there, but more importantly, Grimes definitely has to be out there. And like you said, hopefully Rose comes back, he's healthy. But yeah, all around, great win for the Knicks tonight.
yeah. Rose was out. Mitchell Robinson actually started again. He actually left this game early due to another knee problem. So hopefully, Mitch has been dealing with this injury bug now this season. After last season, he was pretty much healthy all season. So he left the game with, I believe, the same injury that kept him out for a long time. So hopefully Mitch can get back in. But you got Jericho Sims, right, coming in off the bench doing what he does. You can't take Sims out of the rotation. I know
No,
you love Sims. I love Sims. He's like a trampoline out there, man. You can't take him out the rotation, in my opinion.
you can, especially when he's playing this well. I mean, he's another guy. He just hustles, 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 and now they're looking for him on the offensive end a bit more. With those lobs, and
Yep.
you know, it's tough. It's tough. What happened? When you get these three bigs and they're all playing pretty well, what do you do?
I know. Well, now, hopefully Mitch's injury is not serious, but yeah, they've been playing all of them. Even Isaiah Hartenstein tonight. Shout out to iHeart tonight. In that third quarter, he was playing really great defense against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Knicks pretty much kept Shai in check tonight. They kept him in check. Yeah, he dropped 30 points.
It was a quiet 30.
Yeah, it was. This guy's a stud, man. I didn't even know he had 30 points. It was inefficiently though. 9 and 22. 30 points for Shai. Lou Dort on the other side hit his threes. Kept Gideon checked a little bit. Other than that, they didn't really have that firepower like they did off the bench in Madison Square Garden. Seems like the Knicks stuck with a game plan tonight that worked. It seemed like, look, last game both teams put up a lot of points. This game, the Knicks 129, OKC 119. Both teams don't play defense, so it's just nice to come out on the winning end. It's a pretty sight to see. Yeah. Obi Toppin, back-to-back games where he's been struggling offensively, but when Obi, when he can't really get, it's tough with these young guys, right? You can't really get in a rhythm with your playing time, scattering all throughout your career. We know what Obi is capable of. I'm not gonna get too crazy over Obi Toppin.
No, I'm not. I'm not worried about Obi. Offensively, I'm not worried about Obi at all.
Yeah,
What I like, what I take as a positive is that he didn't let it affect his defense. He was still active out there. He was doing good things. Got a few boards, a steal. I'm not worried about Obi. He's gonna be just fine.
yeah. I'm not worried about Obi Toppin either. Yeah, great. We needed this one, Chris.
Yeah.
We needed this one bad. Let me just share my screen really quick.
Now we just need to carry it over.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely need to carry it over. Pretty much what stood out tonight to me. Rebounding, like I said, the Thunder were without their center. The Knicks out rebounded them by 10 tonight. Offensive rebounds, 14. Defensively, 34 for the Knicks. Assists, Knicks were moving the ball a lot. Steals, Knicks had 10 steals tonight compared to OKC's 5. Turnovers, both teams kept that in check. Fast break points, Knicks are not really a great fast break team, but points in the paint, Chris, that's what stands out to me. Knicks had 72 points in the paint. They were dominant in the paint.
Yep, they knew OKC had no answer in the paint, and they just continued to attack,
Yep.
and kudos to them for not settling for bad jump shots.
Yeah. Kudos to them. Largest lead. The Knicks led by 17 in this game. Once again, the Knicks took the lead. Didn't really look back after that. It was pretty much all she wrote. From that starting first quarter, the Knicks really put the pedal to the metal. And that started with, as we circle back again, Jalen Brunson. Efficient night out of him, 14 to 20 from the field, 5 or 6 from free throw line, 9 assists. I mean, that's what really stands out. 30. We know Jalen Brunson could score, but when he's getting everybody involved, that unlocks another dimension of this Knicks offense, Chris. I mean, when Brunson is moving the ball, when he's assisting and dishing and swishing, as Clyde likes to call it, when he's doing that,
Swishing.
dishing and swishing, man.
Yeah, I mean that helps. You can't really key in on him too much. If you help, he'll find the open man, and when we're knocking them down, it makes us a dangerous team, especially when you got Julius, RJ, quickly all scoring the way they did. I mean, I know we said this before, but when these three score over 70, 80 points together, you're not going to lose many games. You're just not. And
Yeah.
this is another one of those games where that's just the proof is there.
The
And
proof is
Brunson,
in the pudding, as I like to put it.
and Brunson, what more can we say? He's amazing. I think at one point he hit like 5 or 6 shots in a row. I want to say. I mean, that's how it
Yeah.
felt like. I felt like he just took over.
Yeah.
It's literally what he did.
Yeah. OKC didn't have an answer for him on the defensive end. He was pretty much all over the court. Emmanuel quickly, again, 25 minutes. He's the guy that's playing majority of the minutes off the bench for the New York Knicks. He's getting the playing time that he deserves. He was struggling a little bit, but quickly when his shot is going, I mean, that bench unit, it goes as Emmanuel quickly goes, in my opinion. You can say Derrick Rose, you can say Obi, but as long as quickly is facilitating the offense and moving the ball and scoring, I mean, that's what we wanted to quickly. He's been consistent on the defensive end, but he hasn't really been scoring. Nice to see him drop 18 points tonight off the bench
Yep.
in his
Also
bag.
4 or 5 from three, which is again huge for quickly because his shots weren't falling before. Hopefully, this is trending up in the right direction.
Yep.
And again, he's made strides defensively, so he could be a special player for us too. If everything clicks together offensively, defensively, you know, this is a guy you got to play a couple more minutes as well.
Yeah, you do. I mean, when quickly is playing like this, Knicks are rolling. Jalen Brunson tied his career high in the regular season tonight with 34 points. So, I mean, he was playing with Luka last year and still dropped 34 points with Luka. So, I mean, look, Brunson is. They say he's overpaid, Chris. That's what I heard all summer. That he was overpaid.
It was either that or he played with Luca. He played with Luca. He's not gonna do it.
Yep.
Not on the Knicks. I think he's just fine.
Yeah, I think Jalen Brunson is just fine. I mean, he's had a sprinkling like 1 or 2 off games this season, but you can't ask for anything more from him. He's been nothing short of amazing, as I tweeted out earlier. Yeah, masterclass from Brunson. But look, I want to bring it back to Quentin Grimes. I mean, everyone healthy. Grimes, Reddish, quickly. I think Rose, honestly, is the odd man out of all of this group. I think honestly the Knicks are trying. They should hopefully try to move Rose. Hopefully they can ship him off to a contender and maybe get a pick for him. But look, Deuce needs to play too. I mean, we don't know what Deuce can bring. We know that he can bring his defensive antics. So, I mean, Reddish, he's shown upside. So, Leon Rose has as we've said these last few post games, he has a situation on his hands. I mean, I don't know what to do.
It goes back to that rotation and who do you sit, who do you trade?
Yep.
It's tough. But yeah, like you said, I think it would be a Rose because, well, again, that's the tough part, right? Rose is like kind of married to Tibbs. Tibbs is married to Rose. It's hard to see them trading him just for that, alone. But yeah, you got Grimes playing the way he's playing quickly. Obi needs minutes as well. I mean, Jericho's playing well. It's, I'm happy I'm not the coach, and I'm happy I don't got to figure out these rotations basically because there's going to be some tough decisions to make, and they're going to have to be made soon.
Yeah. So, do you think Tom Thibodeau bought himself some time?
I don't know if he bought himself some time. Maybe he made it a little bit worse now with playing Deuce McBride, and
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure. Everybody is, for the most part, playing pretty well right now. So I think, I don't know. It's tough. I can't even figure out what I would do outside of trading Fournier and I guess maybe Rose. But easier said than done with those two.
I mean, I think he's bought himself a little bit more time. If the Knicks, because they entered this road trip, were they coming off that loss versus OKC when they entered this road trip? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, they entered this road trip with that terrible loss, and for the Knicks to turn it around, and for Thibs to, still be the coach at the end of tonight. So, a lot of fans want to see Thibs gone. But I think he bought himself some time now that the Knicks finished his road trip 3-2. So, I don't know if that's what Knicks fans want to hear, but that's the reality of the situation. You get judged by your wins, right?
Yeah.
And
I guess you could say he bought himself some time, but in my mind at least, I feel like, Tibbs isn't going anywhere anytime soon, no matter how crazy things were getting. I just feel, once the front office makes a change like that, it's kind of like, all right, now they're on the hot seat as well. Because, whoever they bring in after that, if they don't do well, it could be cleaning house right after that. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Like I said, good to see the Knicks go 3-2 on this road trip. They have a few games off here. I think they're off the next 3 days, and they don't play again till Friday. So it's a nice little break. Hopefully, Jalen Brunson almost got his leg decapitated there. Hopefully he's all right.
Ice up those knees, ice up those legs.
Yeah, ice up those knees on the plane. Nice. It's gonna be a nice plane ride back to New York.
Yeah, he definitely had me a little bit scared there when I forget who it was that fell on top of him. But
was it Giddey? No, it was their center,
no,
right?
It was I think it was a center.
Yeah.
It could have been Muscala actually. Yeah, Muscala just fell right on top of him.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. The Knicks do not need to afford any more injuries. Once again, Robinson. What was that?
No, I said Brunson's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's been riding. He hasn't missed a game yet. He's a tough dude. I don't think he's gonna. With these three games off are gonna be good for Brunson. Good for everybody. Rest up. Yeah. There seemed to be a bug going around the Knicks as a team, so Randall seemed to had it, but the guy who was being affected the most was Barrett, and came out tonight and showed us. Look, I still got it, guys. Relax. I still got it. Don't lose your faith in me. I still got the juice. And look, a lot of fans are gonna be like, "Oh, you see, R.J. Barrett is back." Blah blah blah. But we just want to see. Look, there's no denying it. He was bad.
Yeah.
Like it was warranted. The hate on R.J. Barrett was warranted. He was terrible. His shooting numbers were off. His defense this year has been poor. So, look, great game out of him tonight. Want to see him do this night in, night out. Like that's it, man. It's not that fans that talk like objectively about Barrett don't hate him. Like I see a lot of that on my timeline. People think that because you're talking negative about a Knick player, you don't like the guy. But
Yeah. No, not at all. I'm one of the bigger RJ Barrett fans out there. I believe in
he's
him.
been bad, man.
And he's been bad. And
Yeah.
then, like I said, I think the last time I was on, I said I was getting a little bit worried because he was just settling for too many shots and not attack. I think I said I want him to attack more and more and more. And this was a game where he did that, and he was more selective with his 3-pointers. Took only 4, but hit 3. So I
Hey,
think that this is the best version of RJ. At least for now, that we can expect, and it'll be nice to see him take this to the next game and just build on it.
yeah. There was a lot of hate going around with RJ Barrett. But like I said, we just want to see him be RJ Barrett. I mean, I remember the game last year versus the Lakers where he hit that game tying 3. You remember that? Everybody was going crazy. We know he has it in him. He just consistently he has to be consistent. And nice to see RJ bounce back. Shut up all the people that were talking crap. But like I said, it was warranted. Mitchell Robinson, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I don't want this guy to yeah, but I don't want him to be labeled as like the injury guy now. I mean, last year he was healthy, but this season he hasn't justified that contract that the Knicks gave him. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's a bummer, but he has to be on the court. It's just I don't know. It's always something with his knees. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I
just
just
the
hope it's not.
extra
It
weight
doesn't
he's
linger.
put on or something, but
Yeah, I hope it doesn't linger with Mitch. I mean, last season he was good. Even though a few games this year he was good. But the thing is, now that you have Sims playing at a high level off the bench, along with iHeart, it's easier to take the blow of Mitch Robinson being out. So Knicks can weather that storm a little bit. But yeah, well, like I said, it's going to be really interesting to see what the Knicks do when Reddish is healthy. Now that Grimes has shown you these past couple of games, he needs to play. Point blank. On Friday, if Reddish is healthy and he's back in the lineup and Grimes isn't playing, Chris, like at that point, nah, I don't think that's going to happen, right? You don't think that's going to happen?
I don't think so. Only because with Rose being out now, I could see Grimes probably getting the minutes that McBride is. I
Yeah.
think that'd be the most logical thing.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, Grimes needs to play. Reddish needs to play. These guys have upside. Leon Rose has a tough task on his hand. Got to free up some of these guys. Like I've been saying, plant your flag on somebody. Who would you plant your flag as a Knicks fan? Grimes, Reddish, and the starting lineup. Who do you want to start? Grimes or Reddish? I know you want Reddish,
Both.
right?
I want both.
You can't have both.
Can I have both?
You can't have both.
Oh man.
But yeah,
I was
right.
leaning towards Grimes, and then I had talked myself out of it for Cam. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. No, Cam has shown you all season that he deserved that starting spot. And look, both guys just need to stay healthy. If the New York Knicks have Grimes playing at a high level, along with Cam Reddish, Barrett being consistent, Brunson balling out, I mean, you can see what the Knicks see, right? You can see the avenues to be a playoff team, maybe a top 6 team. I doubt it. I think that's out of the reach. But right now, I think the Knicks are a playing team, and I think if they miss the play-in tournament, it'll be a massive failure. So, yeah, you can see what the Knicks see in this squad, but there is some flaws. I mean, don't get it twisted. The Knicks are 500 now, and they are what they are, right, Chris? They're an average team. They've beat up on some good teams, but some of the wins have come against teams without star players. So, look, the Knicks, they're playing okay right now. They're 500. They go back home against Portland. So, we'll see what happens when they go back home. But I guess my question to you is what throughout the trading deadline, what do you expect out of the Knicks to come? Like, do you expect them to keep hovering over this 500 mark? Or do you see them winning, sustaining momentum, winning 5 games in a row, maybe 6, 7? Do you think they're a team like that who's capable of doing that?
I guess it all depends on what they bring defensively. I think that's the biggest key. And having a
Yeah.
Grimes back, I think that will definitely help.
Yeah.
Uh, but the Knicks this year so far, they've shown them they're kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. They get a good win like they did tonight. Then the next game they get blown out playing no defense.
Yep.
So it's tough to say. It's tough to say, but
It is, man. It
I
is
think they
tough.
definitely come trade deadline. At least they got to make some moves to free up some spots for these guys.
Yep. Have to. Definitely have to. They can't sit on their hands during this trading deadline. Have
No.
to get the ball movement. Have to get the ball moving. Leon Rose and Scott Perry. But yeah, like I said, the New York Knicks finished this road trip 3-2, West Coast trip. It was a good trip for the New York Knicks. Now they come home to face the Portland Trailblazers on Friday. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up this post game. It's been a pleasure, y'all. Once again, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Just want to shout out an early happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Chris.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Hope you enjoy your turkey or whatever you guys love to eat. Are you a ham guy? Are you a big ham guy?
Oh, I'm a big ham guy. There's gonna be ham. There's gonna be paneer, turkey. Forget it. We throw it down.
Yeah, there's gonna be panel here too.
You know it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a feast. So, but yeah, I guess we can wrap it up here. We'll be back on Friday. Once again, New York Knicks beat the Thunder 129-119. They're now 500 on the season. So, have a good night, everybody. And I'm Anthony, and that's Chris. And once again, happy Thanksgiving. Peace.
Peace.